In 469 BCE, in the heart of ancient Greece, in the city of Athens, a boy was born to modest parents. His name was Socrates. His father, Socrates, was a stonemason, a man who shaped marble and rock. His mother, Philosophers, was a midwife, someone who helped bring life into the world. Socrates often compared her profession to his own philosophical mission. "She helps give birth to children," he said, "and I help give birth to ideas." Socrates grew up not among aristocrats or philosophers, but among artisans and workers. His childhood was ordinary, his clothes simple, and his meals humble. But from a young age, he showed signs of unusual curiosity. He questioned everything: why things were the way they were, what made something right or wrong, and whether people truly knew what they claimed to know. He was not handsome. Ancient writers describe him as short, stocky, with bulging eyes and a snub nose. Some even said he resembled a satyr more than a man. Yet despite his appearance, he had a powerful presence, and when he spoke, people listened, sometimes with awe, sometimes with anger. Socrates did not leave behind any writings. What we know of him comes from his students, especially Plato and Xenophon, and from the comic playwright Aristophanes, who mocked him in his play The Clouds. Rather than teaching in a formal school, Socrates spent his days walking through the streets of Athens, talking to anyone who would engage him. He went to the marketplace, the gymnasium, the courtrooms. He spoke with merchants, craftsmen, poets, soldiers, and politicians. His weapon was not a sword or pen, but questions. His method of inquiry became known as the Socratic method, a way of probing deeply into ideas through relentless questioning. He believed that through dialogue, people could uncover their own contradictions and ignorance, and through that process, approach true knowledge. Socrates was especially critical of those who claimed to know everything: politicians, orators, and so-called wise men. When the Oracle of Delphi declared, "No one is wiser than Socrates," he was puzzled. He set out to test this prophecy by questioning everyone he could. He found that although many people thought they knew, they actually did not. This led him to a profound realization. "I am wise not because I know more than others, but because I know that I do not know." Socrates was not just a thinker, he was also a soldier. He served in the Athenian army during the Peloponnesian War, fighting in several battles including Potidaea, Delium, and Amphipolis. Accounts of his bravery describe how he remained calm under fire, rescued wounded comrades, and endured hardship with unmatched discipline. Despite his deep love for Athens, he did not blindly follow its leaders. He resisted injustice even when it put his life at risk. During the rule of the 30 tyrants, he was ordered to arrest a man unjustly. Socrates refused. He would rather risk death than betray his moral principles. He believed that the soul was more important than the body, and that a just life was more valuable than a comfortable one. "It is not living that matters," he said, "but living rightly." Socrates was 70 years old when his city turned against him. In 399 BCE, he was put on trial for corrupting the youth in impiety, specifically for not believing in the gods of the state and introducing new ones. The real reason, many believe, was political. Socrates had angered too many powerful people. Some of his former students, like Alcibiades and Critias, had betrayed Athens or supported oppressive regimes. Though Socrates himself had no part in their actions, guilt by association played a role in his downfall. At his trial, Socrates gave no apology in the modern sense. Instead, he defended philosophy, his mission, and the pursuit of truth. He told the jury, "I am a gadfly sent by the gods to awaken this city." He warned that silencing him would not stop philosophy. It would only bring more questions, more seekers of truth. Despite his words, the jury found him guilty.